Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Блин, наверное, темно сильно. Чуть-чуть поярче.
Already gone.
Миамура, привет, привет. Удачного прохождения, спасибо. Спасибо большое. Что это? Да это начало игры Аланом Уэйком. Его сейчас убьют. Но это Аланом Уэйком в начале игры. Есть такой момент. Блин, не темно, может быть, яркость побольше сделать. Блин, это кто такие? Глюк, жиза, воспоминания, кошмары. Ну да, есть такое.
Надо погромче сделать.
Будь слова. Будь. Короче, какие-то сектанты, я так понял. Ну, игра интересная. Короче, что-то в лесу творится, жесть. Сейчас надо все в игру вникать, улавливать смысл. Аланом Уэйком 2. Эта игра напоминает Resident Evil 4 ремейк и зайчик. Ну да. Но она маленько в другой стиле, тематике, чуть-чуть. Она более такая детективная, короче, игрушка. Я ее вот приобрел на 4. Привет, детка, как дела? У меня все нормально, мам. Как ты? Командировка может затянуться. Просто в последнее время так редко бывает дома. Господи, мама. Ты не виновата, что у некоторых, блин, так быстро вообще прям это. Просто работа.
Just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good. No
Давай без спойлеров.
I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him.
Ну да, она более такая детективная. Я обзор смотрел на эту игру. Ну, мне она понравилась. Я купил ее. Логан считает, что тебе пора возобновить что-то. Ехидная девушка, интересно. Кого она пошла? Это чувак, кстати, актер, он в первой части Макс Пейн, короче. Ну, Макс Пейн играли же первую часть, самую-самую первую, она какого года там, 99-го, 2000-го. Вот он и есть актер, короче. Как насчет... Ничего бодрящего я точно не скажу. Блин, ну графика тут, да, графика тут просто вообще космос. Так, что, мы должны были встретиться здесь с помощником шерифа. Блин, так быстро. Вон та машина. Его слопал медведь. Взгляни-ка на карту. Приглашение. Возвращение 1. Блин, ну нифига тут графец, а. Блин, может быть вам чуть-чуть... Первое прохождение этой игры у людей начинается жиза от сюжета X. Первое прохождение этой игры у людей начинается обосраться, как название игры вылетает на весь экран. Ну да. Блин, может чуть-чуть поярче сделать? Что-то, блин, я думаю, тускловато. Не, ну графика тут просто вообще бомба. Так, на карте показаны важные места поблизости.
I think I hear someone.
Я пешком возвращаться не
Could be our
собираюсь.
deputy.
I can go take a look.
Так, подожди, а как карту? Ага. Выбор по ютуберам, ведь ты поиграешь. Аниме. Выбор по ютуберам. Ведь ты играешь, аниме. Ну да. Так, чё, ну давай за ним пойдем. Блин, ну графика просто вообще сказка.
Hey, over here.
Эй, вы.
Hey there.
Здрасте. Агент Кейс, верно? Шериф Бейкер сказал, что вы занимаетесь расследованием примерно так. Андерсон. Сага Андерсон. Я буду вести это дело. Похоже, моему напарнику Александру Квесси вы уже знаете. О, черт, посмотрите, мэм. Я помощник шерифа Миллаган. Понимаете, я просто подумал... Блин, так быстро вообще, смотри, даже не успеваешь читать. Федеральный агент уже здесь, Торнтон. Мой напарник Торни сейчас на месте преступления. Уже здесь. Так, в каком смысле? Ну чё ты, давай пропускай. Ой, блин. Так, свидетели были.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Блин, ну детализация, конечно, да, здесь прям...
But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
Так, чё, ну все, да? Давай посмотрим тело. Я хочу осмотреть тело.
How do we get there?
Как нам добраться? Очень просто. Полезайте через дыру в заборе. Дальше вниз по склону к озеру. Точно не заблудитесь. После этого озера за бортом показал магазин Кеппер и все остальные. Миллиган передаем, я жду их. Все, давай пропускай. Так. Так, попасть к месту преступления, встретиться, что там? Хочу добиться, что правильно все понимаю. Обитель разума. Это моя собственная версия этой методики. Улики и работаю над этим. Почему почти все в играх с полицейскими героями миссия начинается именно в лесу? Ну, не знаю, ну так вот, типа, детективное расследование. То, что нам известно о предыдущих убийствах. Короче, там какие-то вот эти культы. Так, дело цели. Блин, давай подпозже, а. Так, продолжить. Использовать перемещение. R1, L2. Так, чтобы выйти. Так, цели. Попасть в место средств помощника шерифа Торонто в магазин. Ну все, выйти. Так, Андерсон, сэр, ты уже почти раскрыто дело, расследование только начинается. Ну все, просто за ним идти. Блин, смотри, какая детализация, да? Жесть. А ты делал меня главной. С чего вдруг? Андерсон, детективец место моего.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Real funny, Anderson.
Stairs are out.
Лестница вниз. Спрыгнуть сможешь? Эй, я еще не старик. Блин, давай чуть-чуть яркости прибавим. Что-то я думаю прям... А, вот, все, можно бегать.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
Не худшее место. Угу, если тянет к природе, конечно.
Damn.
Блин,
Should have brought an
нужно было
umbrella.
взять фонарь. А дождь хотя бы помнит о доме. Напоминает о доме. Как думаешь, местные полицейские хватит ума, если хватит с меня кофе? Кофе. Мы с тобой вместе. На месте преступления. А ничего не помню. Блин, я читаю графику. Объясни еще разок. Сколько можно повторять? А, ну вот магазин.
Deputy Thornton.
Помощь шерифа Торонто, полагаю. К вашим услугам давайте раскроем это дело. Тело в магазине. Пойдем, я покажу. Пойдем. ФБР, значит. Круто. Серийный убийца. Полите налево, полите на... Не забывая о историю об НЛО. Серьезно? А вакансия у вас есть? Торонто, он шутит. Так, исследуйте место преступления.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay. Let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
Так, ну чё мне надо смотреть? Первый шаг — осмотреть тело. Давай. Тело уложено на стол. Ритуально. Так, убийство на озере. Стоило нам переехать в город, как мы обнаружили еще один труп. Так, совпадаем перед... Так, продолжить. Задача на доске зацепок: можно осмотреть цели. Исследовать место преступления. Так, совпадает. Совпадает с предыдущими убийствами. Давай, ладно, осмотрим. Вы можете...
Inside stab wound, chest cut open, heart removed. The killer left the
Оставил
heart right next
сердце
to the
рядом с
body.
телом. Так, три подсказки.
Bruising on
Три
the wrist
улики.
from the cargo straps holding him
Жертвы
down.
связали ремнями. Блин, так быстро. Ну все, да, 3 зацепки есть. Что делать-то? А, все, понял. Все, 3 есть, совпадает.
Heart removed from chest.
Сердце вынули из груди
Strapped by the
клетки. Запястье
Definitely
подчеркивает
matches
с
previous
другими
murders.
убийствами.
But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Что там дальше? Жертва убийцы. Продолжить цели. Разузнать о жертве. Разузнать об убийстве.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
Несколько убийств.
Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? Someone was drinking beer.
Кто-то пил пиво.
They spent time here, waiting.
Так, еще подсказки, да?
Was he killed here or brought here after? For display. Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale.
Роберт Найтингел.
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Так, пообщайся с людьми и осмотрите предметы, чтобы собрать улики.
So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't
В
recognize
таком
him in
виде
his
вы ее
current
пару
state.
раз.
But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Так, доска, чё? Если разбирается в людях, похоже, наша жертва была не в себе.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico.
Robert Nightingale.
Так, предумышленное или нет? Штатив. Преступник хотел, чтобы убийство произошло здесь, но все подготовил, просто ждал. Он ждал его. Он 13 лет считался пропавшим. Почему здесь? Почему сейчас? Откуда пришла жертва? Так, подожди, а что случилось? Блин, а что с картой-то? Ебать. Да что за хрень-то, а? Чё за хрень? Ай, почему? Что за хрень? Это что за хрень-то, ё-моё? Почему, блядь, пропала карта захвата? Так, устройство подключен к этому компьютеру работает неправильно. Windows не удается познать его. Чё, блядь? Чё это?
I felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together. Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder. Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something. So what happened
Что
to
там
Nightingale
случилось с
after the
Нейтаном
bureau
после
let
того,
him
как
go?
его там...
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
Ну, вот так вроде бы более-менее.
I'm gonna go check something out.
Надо кое-что...
Be right back.
Скоро вернусь, ладно? Ладно.
A creepy twig
Кукла
sculpture.
из...
Wonder what's inside.
Интересно, что внутри.
I should take a look around for a
Надо
way to
смотреть, чтобы
open this
попробовать
thing.
открыть его. Запутался в полной шаге, помоги. Помой руки, достань курицу из морозилки. Поспи.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
Так, ну первую я нашел. Треугольничек какой-то, да? А, ну все, я понял. Говорят, что золотка. Короче, что там
Hey,
написано?
Casey.
Кейси знает в
What's the
лесу.
bar's favorite
Изучай
shape?
каждый шаг. Андерсон.
One case without the
A triangle.
I don't get it.
Yes, you do. I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
Так, помой руки, достань курицу из морозилки, поспи.
I'm getting flashbacks. Remember Ohio?
Sure. The North Side slasher. But that case was completely different.
The trees, Anderson. He hid the bodies in the forest.
Так.
Did you know this entire area is inside a caldera? This whole mountain used to be an active volcano. Imagine the force it took to carve this crater out of the earth. Calderas are pretty rare, so be sure to take it in.
So, essentially, we're standing in the gaping maw of hell.
You got it. I used to love geology when I was in school. I helped Logan build a great baking soda volcano for her science fair.
Cheating on a science fair? That's almost a crime, Anderson.
I'm not gonna say no to quality time with a volcano. I mean, my daughter.
А, вот, все, открыл, ё-моё. Ё-моё.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
Используя фрагменты рукописи, чтобы улучшить оружие. Удерживать кнопку выстрела, чтобы перейти в режим автоматической стрельбы, чтобы увеличивать урон. Еще раз в голову. А, ну у меня их 3.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Блин, что-то темновато. Блин, что-то она такая замороченная. Жесть. Не, мне не сюда.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
Прямо жуть.
You need to get out more. A witch with no heart. A strange echo of owl murder. There's a piece of paper on the ground. Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the
Начинает
boulder.
подумал.
Makes no sense.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here, someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept, even if they knew it would end up hurting them?
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right.
Ты был прав.
This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I think
Слишком
he
мало
came from
зацепок,
the lake,
бессмысленная.
but his tracks make no sense. I should profile Nightingale about this page.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message? That's not right. We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what. Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside. Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination, ASAP.
Well, sure, but the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Braight-Fålls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
A lunchbox again. Who's leaving these out here? Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner. I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie? Don't know, don't care. How much have you had? Not enough. That's how much. Never enough coffee. Oh, that rich, bittersweet nectar. Get it in, coffee world. Get it where you can. Get it now. Jesus, Charlie.
Not to toot my own horn, but I am pretty darn sure my, I mean our float will be the belle of the ball at this year's Deer Fest. Just a few more days.
Deer.
It's a nice looking float to share.
Huge.
This is my first Deer Fest, so I don't know what to expect. It is the finest entertainment a town like ours has to offer. The happiest day of the year. Like Christmas. But
I'm gonna go check something out.
well, I certainly hope
Be
so.
right back.
Got it.
I hate the holidays. Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Braight-Fålls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Brinker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I can't believe that happened. Still feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Come on, Ed. Have some pie. It'll take your mind off things.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found it. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer. I need to know more about the Cult of the Tree if I'm going to shut them down. Yeah. These stashes could contain clues about the cult. Better keep an eye out for more. What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
The cult of the tree. What aren't the bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with a murder. They were telling the truth. So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Okay.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing Deerfest.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
All set. My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
I'll be right with you,
This is the
sir.
Braight-Fall's Sheriff Station.
Yep.
Anything
Just
you
here
need,
to pay
just
my ticket.
let us know.
Whenever
We
you're
appreciate
ready
the
to take
support,
my
Sheriff.
money.
How are you?
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking. Okay. Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy.
Aha. They did leave something inside his chest.
Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us. Chest wound is cause of death, but the corpse is bloated, waterlogged. Doesn't add up. There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there? same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait.
Sheriff?
What the hell?
Show me the clicker.
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page set to get into the light. He's coming. Need to be in the light.
Жесть.
My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Gotta move. Now. Vanished.
Блин, что тут происходит?
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal, their purpose. Can't be opened on this side. It won't open. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. I can't get through this.
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
That's not right. hold of the trees behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cold case. Exciting.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths. Secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here. What they were doing. Someone playing a game with them. Leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them. Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths. Secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here. What they were doing. Someone playing a game with them. Leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them. Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. He was there too, Nightingale. Was, but wasn't a Taken, a creature of darkness. He was beyond her reach, where some other strange reality, the dark place, merged with ours. This place and the dark place, a tarp thrown over top, drowning everything beneath it, a flood of darkness, soaking into everything, spoiling it, rotting it. The page called this area an overlap. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult, required precise steps, a ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster before he killed again. Her job, he'd be inside, waiting for her.
Алло, да. А чё, зачем? Ну, у меня номера лишнего нету. Давай.
be opened on this side. I can't force it open.
Ну что делать-то?
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. He was there too.
They were tearing into the naked guy with knives.
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve.
Алло. Алло, здрасте, Людмила. Миша. Ну, а что делать? Конечно. Ну, ясно, я там работаю где-то без 15 20 мрачный, что-то. Ну, мне проще лучше сразу туда, на архитектора. Там нарубить, все сделать, да, витрины рисовать, потом к себе туда. Я с Сырой это поговорил, она говорит, ну, ты вначале там нарубани, потом туда ко мне придешь. 15, 8, там могу быть. На аптеке я покажу. Ну да. Не, ну я могу там дальше выйти, там еще дальше остановка Миши там ходит. Я у него сейчас спрошу, где он ходит. Я оттуда вот дойду, там побыстрее будет. Ну не на аптеке выйду, а на следующий лекарство. Надо с ним поговорить, где он сходил. Чтобы поближе до архитектора дойти. Алло. По-моему, или вам на вот следующая остановка, после аптеки, там ходишь. Я сейчас тут понимаю. Ну все это знаю. А, ну да, точно, между это. У меня робот получается у себя, там, а Ирка приходит там где-то пол-восьмого. Короче, я сейчас узнаю, это как. Ну все, я сейчас договорюсь. Ага. Я завтра к вам выделюсь, конечно. Переживайте. А это Веливан, а завтра кто на архитекторов? Что там, кто? Ага. Все понял. Ладно, Веливан, не переживайте, все нормально будет. Давайте. Так, чё, куда делся Нейл?
Если
вернуть страницы Нейтага сейчас на озере.
We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
Так. Разыскать. Короче.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay?
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
That's crazy, right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
Well, yeah, right. Well, that's all crazy talk. Monsters aren't real. What do you mean? The sheriff disappeared? Like poof? He's gone like magic? Magic's not real.
Magic's not real. Right.
No, Thornton. Monsters aren't real, and magic's definitely not real.
I need bolt cutters.
They're a fine pair.
Oh dear, I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods. You've only had a tour guide, also. It's bear season. Oh no, a bear. Help. Did somebody call for a tour guide? Oh wow, Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours. Unforgettable tour experiences at affordable prices. That's right, I'm Ilmo Koskela, voted best coffee roaster / tour guide by Coffee World magazine. And I'm here to give you a tour of a lifetime. But Ilmo, I've heard the government has seized and restricted access to many local nature
Take it easy.
Oh, wow. You think of everything. And we'll take you anywhere.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
A smart choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Braight-Fall's case. Whoever you can spare. ASAP.
Так, чё, где он?
Actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead. I'm gonna take a quick look around. Meet you back at the car.
See you in a bit.
How about that weather forecast for Deerfest? I've been working on this float for a month straight. If it rains, I am gonna lose it.
Вон оно.
Ruin all the paper mache. That shit's delicate.
Did you check out the town, Anderson?
Just getting my bearings. Ready to go?
Waiting on you. I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Ha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.
Возвращение 2. Сердце.
The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed. The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case.
Hey, hello there. How are you folks doing?
Those restricted areas.
Hello.
signs don't...
Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business. Fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Braight-Fålls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous sweater saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve. Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded the rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
Bare feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
We've seen this symbol before.
Good eye.
After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else. Monsters? Overlaps? Rituals? What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word ritual starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around, learn what this ritual is. The tracks lead into the water. Where'd he go from here? I can feel something. A presence. Nightingale isn't far.
Oh dear.
I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree was a threshold. This place and the dark place. You're in over your head. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold. Like a doorway. Leading to Nightingale. It's somehow connected to a tree. Witch's Ladle? What is that? Seems like it's reacting to the light. These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not out of it. My flashlight burned the dark stuff away.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap. Is Witch's Ladle the doorway into the overlap? If so, That's where I'll find Nightingale. Light is the key. To stay safe. But for something more to be revealed as well. I need to find the witch's hut. This is the witch's hut.
Anderson, thought I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
This fuse is busted. There's another lunchbox. This one looks good. People should really stop littering, though. Another page. Making
the image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign.
Надо идти обратно.
Another one of those lunch boxes. I need something to cut this.
Блин, куда идти-то? Проанализируйте страницу.
The page from the witch's hut seems to be describing some kind of ritual. Nightingale's heart disappeared from the morgue. Where is it now? To get into the overlap, I need to find Nightingale's heart. Read the line imprinted on it, plus the line on the page to the witch's ladle sign. Then push the heart through the hole in the sign. I need Nightingale's heart to get to the overlap. Where is it?
The cultist leaned close. He was there, but he was risen. Nightingale was there. The opposite of sunspots. Who said that?
That's not it. I don't have what I need to find Nightingale's heart. There must be more. Nightingale's heart. Where is it?
While they played cards in the general store, the witch had stolen his heart. Get out of my house.
Nightingale's heart is at the general store, in a fridge.
Есть заброшенный магазин. Если ничего не путаю, возле места убийства есть заброшенный магазин.
I need to check the general store for the heart. Casey, I'm headed to the general store. I think I know how to get into the overlap.
Roger that. I followed some ATV tracks in the woods and got me turned around.
Did you get lost?
I've only been lost once in my life, Anderson. The years I spent with my ex-wife. I'll find my way back.
Christ!
Блин, нифига напугала. В холодильнике есть сердце. Перезаряжайся.
Occultist. The monster. Nightingale.
Столько патронов потратил, ё-моё.
The text on the heart is clearer now. Legible. I feel like I recognize this. The fridge. The heart. I knew it would be here. Like I saw it in a dream. And now I need to give the heart to the witch. Makes total sense.
Блин. Подойдите к стойке и задайте вопрос леди Фортуне. Блин, нифига тут. Тут так-то тут обрез лежит, нифига. Подойдите к стойке и задайте вопрос леди Фортуне. Какой стойке? По-любому, вот. Где-то здесь. Семьсот пять, 713. Семьсот пять, 713, 717, 723. Лайфхаки. Ну-ка. Хер запомню. Да неправильно, а что делать-то? 723.
These numbers match the ones on the lotto ticket.
И чё?
I don't think this is relevant.
Блин, я ничего не могу понять. Что делать-то? Блин. Блин, что делать? Как его открыть-то, ё-моё? Блин, ничего не понимаю. Подойдите стойки и задайте вопрос леди Фортуне. Чё к чему?
Casey, there are cultists in the area. They're taken, like Nightingale.
Блин, а сейчас просру просто момент.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up.
Так, что здесь?
My way back.
You have the worst sense of direction.
Any city in America I can get through drunk and blindfolded. It's these damn trees.
Okay, okay. I'm en route to Witch's Ladle. I need to perform a ritual to open the overlap. This case just keeps getting weirder. But it is exciting.
Ладно, потом вернусь сюда, если что.
Found the heart in the fridge. Just like the page said I would. Sounds literary. But what does it mean?
Saga edged toward the broken door, her gun ready, flashlight aimed ahead. Nightingale said it would be here. The Cauldron Lake General Store was overgrown, left to rot. Saga thought about the cult of the tree. They'd been here, waiting, planning a gruesome ritual murder. Meanwhile, they played cards in the general store, like it was just another late-night poker game. Saga stepped closer to the door. Had the animal broken it? There was a loud crash. Saga found herself face to face with a cultist, a hulking figure in a raincoat. We watch and...
Искать озеро Колдрон. Искать на озере.
Nice talking to you, too.
Ну-ка на озеро еще раз схожу. Блин.
I need to figure this out on the case board.
Блин, на то озеро.
Found the heart in the fridge. Just like the page said I would. Sounds literary, but what does it mean? Shit.
Ладно, чуть-чуть попозже выйду в стрим. передохну маленько, перекушу. Ладно, давайте, кто сорел.